26. Bond our relationship. It helps to bond our relationship. Going on a holiday together helps to bond our relationship. Having a meal together allows us to bond our relationship. 27. Have a taste of. I long to have a taste of going scuba diving. It was my first taste of live theater. I wish I could have a taste of going skydiving. 28. Catch up with someone. I'd like to sit down in a coffee shop and catch up with my friends. It's a good chance to catch up with my old friends. Whenever I catch up with my old friends, it will bring back my past memories. 29. Get access to. I prefer to use my Kindle to read because it allows me to get access to a variety of books. Students must get access to good resources. The internet allows us to get access to a wide range of information. 30. Be exposed to. Young kids should be exposed to as much art and culture as possible. Students who learn a new language should be exposed to its culture. If we want to get the hang of English, we will have to be exposed to the language as much as possible. 31. Long to do something. I long to become a language teacher in the future. I long to have a taste of extreme sports. I long to go on a camping holiday. 32. Set a good example for. My leader sets a good example for me. He's a person who sets a good example for me because I find him positive, kind-hearted and down-to-earth. I fancy her because she sets a good example for me. 33. Have an influence on. I really look up to Jack Ma, because what he has done exert a positive influence on the society. Cycling has a strong influence on protecting our living environment. Parents tend to have a strong influence on their children. 34. Think highly of. He's a person whom I think highly of. I really think highly of him because he's a person who can inspire me and motivate me. I really think highly of my idol because he has a natural gift in singing. 35. Take up a challenge. I am an adventure taker. I mean, I have a passion for taking up a new challenge. Whenever I take up a new challenge, it will help me discover my potential. Some people don't like to take up a new challenge. Instead, they enjoy staying in their comfort zone. 36. Stay in the moment. It's much better to stay in the moment because we will feel more fulfilled with our lives. After seeing the film, I learned a great deal from it. For example, we should learn to stay in the moment no matter what we do. My grandfather always encourages me with words of wisdom like staying in the moment. 37. Get a real knack for. I really think highly of my English teacher because he gets a real knack for teaching English. It becomes much easier once you've got a real knack for it. I look up to people who get a real knack for singing. 38. Have strong sentimental value. Most people keep old photos because they have strong sentimental value. This piece of old furniture has strong sentimental value to me. The ring isn't worth very much but it has great sentimental value to me. 39. Inject something into. I fancy Jay Chou for the reason that he's able to inject Chinese elements into his music. I fancy Taylor Swift because she injects her own love stories into her music. My best mate is fun, open and outgoing because he always injects a sense of humor into his life. 40. Be full of. It's a city that is full of energy. I have a liking for the building because it's full of history. Life is full of coincidences. 41. Give me a sense of. It gives me a sense of freedom. It gives me a sense of inner peace. It gives me a sense of belonging. 42. Put all one's heart and energy into. Over the past years, my parents have put all their heart and energy into our family. He has put all his heart and energy into his career to make a big success. She has put all her heart and energy into what she loves, which inspires and motivates me to pursue my dream fearlessly. 43. Words of wisdom. My father always encourages me with words of wisdom. Like follow your heart and be yourself. I find her pretty intelligent because she is a woman with words of wisdom. My grandfather used to speak words of wisdom like let it be. 44. A source of inspiration. Elon Musk is definitely a source of inspiration. Dreams can be a rich source of inspiration for an artist. Poetry can be a source of inspiration for me. 45. Hit the books. I've got a major test tomorrow, so I better hit the shops. I need to hit the books every evening since I am preparing for studying overseas. I prefer to hit the books at night because I tend to feel more focused and productive. 46. Full of beans / full of history / full of colors. I'm going to talk about my best mate Mike, who is full of beans. I have a genuine liking for the building because it's full of history. Since it's a bookshop that's full of colors, I find it pretty fascinating and beautiful. 47. Take a pride in. I really take a pride in my parents. I genuinely take a pride in my country. All in all, I take a pride in him, sir. 48. Make a success. If you want to make a success, you have to put all your heart and energy into it. I have to keep moving on before I make a big success. What he has done before helps me make a big success. 49. Get a buzz out of. She gets a buzz out of her work. I tend to get a buzz out of drawing. Whenever I engage in an outdoor activity, I will get a buzz out of it. 50. Push myself to the limits to do. When I was hiking on the mountains, I pushed myself to the limits to make it. My friend pushed herself to the limits to create his own business. I really look up to athletes because they always push themselves to the limits to complete the game. 51. Enter into the spirit of. The party went well because everyone entered into the spirit of things. While I was learning drawing, I really entered into the spirit of it. If you want to make a big difference, you will have to enter into the spirit of it. 52. Be filled with nostalgia for. I am filled with nostalgia for my school days. I am filled with nostalgia for my childhood. The elderly tend to be filled with nostalgia for their old days. 53. Be highly recommended. The restaurant is highly recommended. Let's say, a lot of people have praised it. The film is highly recommended because it's not only fun, but also deep. The book is highly recommended because it allows us to reflect on our lives. 54. Be well worth doing. The idea is well worth considering. The film is well worth seeing again. The place is well worth visiting.